Hey everybody, it's JANG here with a look at the LEGO Star Wars Homing Spider Droid 2016 version. This is a very interesting subject matter for me personally because a long time ago, back in 2013, in a galaxy far, far away, in the last house I lived in before this one, I reviewed LEGO's previous version of pretty much this exact same set. And the design of the main thing, the Homing Spider Droid itself, was remarkably similar. So many things are part for part the same. And that's scary because with that previous review, I was just absolutely disgusted with a major design flaw. The thing wanted to fall down. It's designed to allow you to be able to make it walk. I'll show you all this little stuff in a little while, but first I want to focus on the main thing. They want you to play with it. They want you to pose it with it. They want you to make its legs move. They want you to put some animation into the thing. And the previous version, if you did something like this, it would just fall over. If you even just started trying to mess with it just a little bit, one of those legs would tuck under and it would fall over on you. It was not cool. It was not fun. It was even difficult just to get the thing to pose, just to stay in one place unless you're on a really high friction surface somehow. This one doesn't have those problems. So I feel like LEGO has really been able to overcome the embarrassment of that previous version with just simple modifications. And this now is the way it should be. The other one was pretty close, but it just had some small flaws, and they've fixed those main flaws. Kept the stuff that's good. I mean, like I said, most of this is part for part the same. They added in the play feature down here of a 6-stud shooter. So rather than, at the time when the previous one was out, all they had for action features for shooting was mostly flick-fire missiles, and everything had flick-fire missiles. This has the little 6-stud shooter. You activate it from the back and it shoots those out one by one. The center stays in place. This isn't able to rotate around on its own, but that's not a big deal to me. You can make the whole thing rotate around, and you kind of make it shimmy, kind of do things like that. So, for imaginative play, I think it's pretty cool. I think the thing looks pretty good, especially when you have all 6 studs in it. I think it looks pretty respectable, even though it is specifically made for action with us huge figs. It's not a minifig scale thing, and you've still got the ability to kind of rotate the head around, so to speak. This is nicely done here. I'm almost never a fan of exposed Technic holes on the sides of things where they don't need to be there. They could have added in a bunch of pieces to kind of cover these up a bit, but I actually kind of like the mechanical nature of that. It makes it look a little bit more skeletal in a mechanical way. I think it's fine. Overall, the look of this thing is good. It's nice and tall when you see it relative to a minifigure. It's fairly large, mostly by virtue of the tall legs, and that's cool. It's good now. When I reviewed the previous version, I very much liked this miniature little walker, and they've updated this one a bit. They've changed the antenna, putting a foil piece on the top, a minifig, fencing sword, which works pretty nicely, and it's a lot easier to keep it straight up and down than using the traditional lever piece that's sometimes used for antennas, because that can always lean over. This one does not. It has a little clear 2x2 brick on the base just to hold it up, so you can animate the legs however you want to make it look like it's stretching out, really reaching out. But anytime you want to just get the legs back down on the ground, because it kind of has this cheater piece setting the ride height of the body of the thing, you can always just push down on the center and then put the legs back, and they're back down on the ground. Maybe not always in the perfect position, but it's easy just to get it back to a point of success where it looks good. I appreciate that. The face of it looks fine. Here again, they've added in one of the newer action features that they didn't have available before with the single stud shooter here, which I think is fine. I kind of liked the look of it better before, just a little bit, but it's not too annoying. I think that it's a respectable compromise to get that extra little ability to actually shoot, and this is on a ball joint, so you can angle it up and down. You can angle it side to side. I actually think that's pretty cool.
Yoda! You seek Yoda. Take you to his minifig, I will.
this is a good Yoda. I like the sculpt of this head. I think the olive green color works great for him, and he's got his tan robes there. Proper lightsaber. Maybe the lightsaber blade could have been shorter. I'm sure that they considered that, using the 3 long rather than the 4 long. I think this works out just fine. A Kashyyyk Drabs clone trooper, you know, with the olive color. So this is definitely targeted towards the events of episode 3. I'm pretty sure a couple of just generic battle droids included here as well. I think the figure selection is quite nice. Good printing on the Kashyyyk trooper here. It might not be his official name, but guess what head he has? Well, this is actually from the days of the Clone Wars, so it makes total sense that they put the angry clone face on there. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I like these. Lego, redemption is yours. You did it right this time. You messed up on the last one. I still hold to that 100%. The previous version was not an acceptable thing in the form that it was released. It was pretty easy to make it much better, but this right here is right from the start. Added in the new action features with the new shooters and stuff. I think they did it in a graceful enough way. It doesn't really get in the way too much of the looks of things. I actually like the look of the one on the main Spider Droid itself. The figure selection, I think, is appropriate and pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the set, just on the whole. Let me know what you think about this version, and if you have any thoughts about this version versus the previous, share your thoughts in a comment on the video down below, and I'll talk to you again soon.